The ethos of Aston Business School is support of enterprise and enterprising ideas. Our school is distinguished by the commitment to what I would call entrepreneurial and innovative thinking. All research is by its nature innovative because you take up topics that someone hasn't worked on before. So it's not research in itself that's the issue, it's what we choose to focus on. So we have many different academic groups. We teach finance, we teach marketing, we teach economics and strategy. What you'll see is that these things intersect in very practical ways. They intersect around the issues that absorb entrepreneurs of all the dimensions of these topics that people choose to work on. Very much of what we do is focused on entrepreneurial, innovative ideas. Another thing that we do is influence policy, because we're working with businesses and we understand often much better than policymakers what seems to work and what doesn't, what will really help them and what will not help them. And so Aston Business School has had a very active hand in certain dimensions of economic policy, some of it on inward investment policy, most recently, for example, on how the government is going to change, or has changed, in fact, its methods of supporting small and medium-sized enterprises. We've had a very substantial hand in central government policy. We've given lots of advice. We're working with the LEP, the Local Enterprise Partnership, in the Greater Birmingham region to bring about these kinds of changes. We work with the City Council. So we're taking this knowledge, this understanding both of the intellectual underpinnings and what actually works in a business. We're trying to make it affect public policy and public policy actions. So we have an educational activity, we have the public policy. We are also actually providing what you might call, for want of a better term, consulting services to businesses. Because businesses come to us, and not only to the business school, they come to the whole university and they say, can you help us? We have a problem, we have an issue. And sometimes we go to them and say, you know, we could make your business work better because we've done all this interesting research and we think we can organize things better. One of the things we are now doing a lot of is what you might call entrepreneurial history. One of the best ways of understanding what works and what doesn't in companies is actually to look at it, not in a short term, but over long periods of time. If you look at successful enterprises, if you look at successful ventures that have lasted not for 4 years, but for 40 years, or even 100 years, you get a very different perspective on what's durable, what survives, what you need to do to reinvent yourself. So that's one of the many things we do. And so we do a lot of, in effect, economic history, which you would not normally associate with vibrant entrepreneurial activity, but in fact is an extraordinarily powerful guide to what one might do to succeed. We occupy a special place because of our history, our industrial history, our connection with economic growth in what was the engine room of the United Kingdom throughout the 19th century and into the 20th century. We maintain this interest. If you look at the kind of research that we do, if you look at the subjects that we teach, if you look at what we do with the community, with for-profit enterprises and social enterprises, we help people grow, help people develop, help businesses develop in an experimental way. Some of the things we're proudest of are our innovations in the support of startups, the pioneering work we've done in educating people who run small and medium-sized enterprises. We're very proud of the fact that 70% of the undergraduate students in our university are the first in their families to get a degree. Think about what that means. It means they have enormous ambition because all around them are not people who take this for granted. These people come to us with ambition. They want better lives. They want to learn things. And this is indeed the spirit of the Midlands, the spirit of economic growth. That's what we want to do in this business school.